Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 for the third round of the Autumn League. Many thanks to our sponsors, Nike and Big Max Golf. Front 9, we got off to pretty good start. We're 5 under through 9. You certainly can't be disappointed with that. This week, of course, we are playing off the championship tees, off the gold tees, so it is a little bit longer, but it's as close as we can possibly get to playing the real course. So certainly offers a couple of opportunities. There's still some short par 4s there, sorry, and certainly some good birdie opportunities. So let's get into the back 9 and see how we go. The 10th hole at St Andrews is 313, so this is the loop where it changes directions back to the clubhouse. We certainly do have an opportunity to try and smash it down there onto the green. It's about 290 to the front edge. It is a nice big wide fairway, so I think we might have a little bit of a crack at it. This is one of the easier holes at St Andrews, around the loop as they call it, 9, 10, 12 holes like that. Not the longest, but they still can make you look quite silly, which I don't need a whole lot of help with. I can't hit that much better. That gets a good bounce. That's the wrong flag there. The flag that we're going to is off to the left-hand side. Landed just in a little upslope and killed it, but it's certainly not bad. You'll take that all day, every day. Turn the grid on for this one, see where the ridges are. All right, 37 metres. I'm going to go a 54-degree wedge. Looks like it is sloping a little bit to the left around the hole, so level's pretty good. We'll see how close we can get this. Floored a little bit too far. Is it going to stop? Just rolled through the gimme zone. But it should be a pretty level putt, I think, there. There we are. Pick that like a dirty nose. Pretty much dead straight at it from 15, 16 feet. That's a chance. There we are. Nice to make the birdies around the loop at St Andrews. Especially coming into this hole, the 11th, with one of the deepest bunkers on the golf course, just to the left of the flag. We certainly don't want to go there. 162. We're going to be going just a smooth 7-iron, I think. Just a nice controlled shot. We've got a little bit of room behind it. As long as we get the distance control right, we should be pretty good. Tell you what, if that's the right club, it's pretty good. There we are. If it stays there, it's got to be in a gimme, surely. There we are, 7 feet. Easy way to speed up play. Don't putt. Great start to the back 9 here at St Andrews. Going into another birdie hole. This is certainly a hole that is driven with a lot of regularity. 264 to the front. There is a big ridge that runs through the middle of this green. Bunkers in the middle of the fairway that you can't see from the tee. One bunker down there just short of the green that we need to avoid, that's right in the middle of the fairway. That's at 250. As long as I hit this solid, we should be pretty good. Turned it over a little bit. Killed in the upslope. So it's just short of the green, which might actually be a good thing. Gives us a couple of different options, but once I turn the grid on, you'll certainly see what this green is about. There we are. We can see a great big low area that comes off the front. That's that ridge at the front of the green. If we sit there and aim at that, that is really quite steep there. And if you're playing from the fairway and landed in that, it ain't going anywhere. So we certainly want to avoid that with the chip shot as well. It is a little bit downhill, 24 metres. This looks like it could actually go both ways. You have to keep it on this plateau at the top though. That is the number one thing. How's this looking? Whee. There we are. 3 birdies to start the back 9, but things do not get any easier. These are some tough holes coming up through now. 267 to run out of fairway. We have a bunker at 230 to carry, which is essentially in the middle of the fairway. Do have the option of playing out towards the left, but will certainly leave a tougher angle coming in. I think a good solid 3-wood down here. Should be enough to carry the bunkers and should be short enough to keep it in the fairway. We're going to err a little bit on the left, and that should be fine. It was a good thing that I did aim a little bit left, because that would have been right in the middle of that last one. Was a little bit low and out of the heel, but it is in the fairway. That is all we can ask for. It actually gives us a clear shot at this green, which if you go down the right hand side, there is a couple of great big hills there which block your view. So at 147, 8 iron. And I do believe that this green, which is shared with the 5th green at St Andrews, the 5th hole, is the biggest green in the world.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, we are back. Everything should be all good to go again. Beauty about the new software is that you can actually resume your round. It is always handy just in case things do happen. For the record, the simulators have been hammered pretty hard today because it has been a very miserable day outside. So haven't had a great chance to sit there and give them a little bit of a rest. But you know, where were we? 147 in. Back to that 8 iron again. It's not too bad. The yardage should be pretty good. Is it going to spin back a bit? Keep coming. You can see the size of that green. The biggest green in the world. Great opportunity for the birdie. This is one of the tougher holes around St Andrews. Bang, there we are. Rolling some very nice putts in. 4 in a row. I think it might actually be 5 with a birdie on the 9th hole. have a look at the front nine. Yeah, we birdied 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we've got a very good opportunity down here on 14 being a par 5. 483 metres. Certainly cannot go right, as that wall that is there is all out of bounds. So a lot of guys do play down the other fairway, down the 5th fairway, which does leave a longer shot in, but at least it's going to be safe. We're just going to sit there and smash driver straight down the correct fairway. Straight back at the town, out there in the distance, right over the corner of that wall that's just jutting out. That should be pretty good. Made sure he wasn't going to go right, and that is in the cabbage. Leaving 224 in wasn't the best strike. It was a little bit steery. But in real life, you'd be hacking this back out the fairway and doing anything to avoid hell bunker, which is right in the middle of the fairway, separating the two fairways essentially. But by the good graces of Simulator Golf, I've managed to find a perfect lie. We're going to go 3-iron. Straight at that steeple is pretty much going to be the line. Might be a little bit short, it was a little bit thin. That's probably going to roll back. No, it's stuck there on the fringe, 18 metres away. I think we're going to have to chip this one. I don't trust myself with the putting from this distance. Just a little bump down there, down the hill. Up and down, and hopefully making another birdie. That sits down. That's really, really good. There we are. That's another birdie. 15th hole. Bunkers in the middle of the fairway shouldn't really come into play. One there, 240 roughly. Can't go right again, but at least the out of bounds is a long way off this time. But we're going to go 3-wood. And hopefully that should give us a little bit wider fairway down there. It is quite a long hole at 422, but I do believe that this is going to be the way to go. Oh, that's got to go. Oh dear. That is the bunker that we wanted to avoid. And we have managed to hit it straight into it. And we have absolutely no chance of reaching the green now. That is out of the question. This is get it back out into play. Hit it about 80 metres. You can see the lip of the bunker there, how steep it is. 80 metres should keep us short of the bunkers down the middle of the fairway, because we certainly don't want to compound our error and try and salvage a par, or at the absolute worst, a bogey. There we are, we're back out in play. leaving 108 into the hole. Going to be a little gap wedge, well, not a little gap wedge, this is going to be a pretty solid one. I'll try and bring it a little bit lower and skip it up there. Very disappointing with that tee shot. But let's see if we can manage to scramble a par out of it. We'll have a chance. A little bit short, but we have a chance. We should at least be able to make the bogey, which is disappointing after the huge run that we've just had. And still a couple of tough holes to go. Managed to walk away with the bogey, limit the damage as much as we could. Still currently at 9 under though. In real life, I do believe the course record is 62, which is 10 under. Now we do have Principal's Nose, which is the 3 bunkers down the left-hand side of this fairway. Of course, we have the wall and the road down the right-hand side. We certainly want to avoid that, as that is out of bounds. 381. I'm going to hit a 3-iron after the last tee shot down the left-hand side, left the Principal's Nose. Try and take everything out of play. Certainly done that, going a little bit left, but that is perfectly fine. Better to miss it that much that way than the other direction. 173 in. That's certainly not the shortest way to play the hole, but definitely the safest. I think this is going to be a nice solid 6-iron here. A little bit steery. Safely on the green though. Not the shortest putt in the world, but it is safe. "36 feet. Pretty flat. Not a lot of movement in it. That's all right, we got the par. We played safe off the tee, so it does make it quite difficult to make the birdie. Now the iconic 17th hole at St Andrews, 415 metres of sheer terror. Have to hit it over the old railway sheds next to the hotel. Down the road, and the wall is all out of bounds, and of course the road definitely goes behind the green. Certainly seen a lot of people over the years on TV hit it there. And then we have the road hole bunker as well, which cuts into the left-hand side of the green. Straight over the lettering, I believe, on the tee shot. If we can make a par here, we've done extremely well. This hole does not give up many birdies at all. That should be perfectly safe. There we are. That should be fine. Now this green does have a great big ridge at the front of it, which will certainly repel balls back down towards the front of the green. Excuse me. At least the greenkeepers have been kind and haven't tucked the flag behind that left-hand bunker. 173. What have we got? 172 to the flag. We've got the road behind it and the wall. I think 6 iron's going to be the way to go. We need to get this up on the green, and hopefully without going long. Of course, this was the site of one of Cam Smith's fantastic up and downs for par after he missed the green off to the left-hand side, played around the bunker on the left, hit it over near the 18th tee and pretty much sealed the win. And I can tell you now, I am absolutely ecstatic with that shot into the green. 11 feet. If we can make birdie here, this would be huge. There we go. Gets that birdie back, or the bogey back from the 15th with the not so great tee shot into the fairway bunker. Now the 18th coming back into town. We have the Royal and Ancient Clubhouse there. The old hotel behind the green. $320 metres to the front. That will leave us a shot through the Valley of Sin. Again, it is the widest fairway pretty much in golf. So we're going to hit it at the monument there between the clubhouse and the hotel. Pretty much there. It's going to leave a tricky little pitch. You'll be able to see the big valley that we do have to go up. Many people have faltered there where the ball comes back down. We've got a little bit of extra distance though, so that's actually going to help us a little bit. 64 metres. I'm actually going to go a 60-degree wedge here and try and make sure I fly it all the way up there. As long as it doesn't spin too much, that could be in trouble. Could be worse. That'll stay on the green. A lot of the pros would be bumping and running that one to take a lot of the slope out of play. But of course their conditions are a lot harder and a lot firmer. This would be very nice to make. What do we got? 25 feet. Just imagine all the crowd sitting around. And he's left it short. Not a chance at all. Well guys, that is St Andrews Old Course, the site of the third round of the Autumn League. Let's go through the scorecard. Unbelievable run that we had going on the front nine. Hit the right button there. You can see we birdied 4, 5, 6. And then birdied 9 and continued that on with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6 birdies in a row. Certainly very handy. Disappointing bogey on the 15th, but we made it back with a miraculous birdie on 17. One of the toughest par 4s in the world. And there is a 10 under par 62. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Many thanks again to Nike and Big Max Golf for sponsoring this season of the league, and we will see you again very, very soon for the next round.